Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Tiffany and this is Mystical Heron. Today we're going to be doing a reading on heart healing. So whatever that means for you, if you're coming out of a relationship, if you're trying to get into a relationship, if you're just trying to heal from past wounds and trauma, we're going to be looking at whatever information needs to come forward. Please take what resonates, leave what does not. If your pile doesn't feel like it's yours, then please try to pick another pile, or maybe this reading is not for you. The timestamps will be in the description box below. Pause the video if you need more time, and I will see you in your selected pile. Hey, pile number 1. So you chose this Peruvian bell. And you chose the card, Take the Leap. I do have pre-shuffled cards here, but I'm getting some information about taking the leap. And it's like taking the leap of faith. So as I'm saying this, I don't know if you heard it, but there's this crow that was in the background, and it was almost like carrying a message. So synchronicities might be important to you, birds might be important to you, but I do feel that there's a message coming to you within the near future that's also going to help you have more understanding as to your heartache, or maybe perhaps you were involved in someone breaking your heart, or you carry that pain from breaking somebody else's heart. But I do feel like this is heartache from a relationship. So let's go ahead and look at your cards. If that does not resonate with you and you want to continue listening, by all means, please do. It could shift, but that is what I'm picking up right now. So we have the 8 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, the 5 of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. We have Understanding, Unbound, Release Soul Patterns, Contracts, and Past Lives. Warrior Woman, you have answered, or have you answered your deepest calling? The more I hold myself close and fully embrace who I am, the more I thrive. We have Action. Oh, okay. And we have the Anamkara. This is definitely a relationship pile. Okay, so pile number 1. This looks to me that you were in or are in a committed relationship. Perhaps it ended a while ago, a little while ago, or it's ending now. Maybe you're at a crossroads of deciding whether or not you should leave. Maybe you've already made that choice in the past, I don't know, week or so. But I feel like you held on to the hurt and the pain, whether this was an ending a while ago or recent. It seems like whether or not you were in this relationship still to this point in time, or you just let it go, there was this distance that was growing between both of you. I feel like you held on for a while because maybe it was comfortable. Maybe it felt safe, or maybe you didn't feel independent enough. And the Warrior Woman here is asking you to step into your power. So again, whether or not you have left the relationship recently or in the distant past, there's still energy that ties both of you together. And this energy that ties you together is holding you back from your truest expression. And that's where the heart healing comes in. And the heart is such a beautiful magnet to not just love, but to abundance, understanding who you are. So many of my past teachers, especially the ones in the recent past, have really helped me understand that a lot of your intuition will come from your heart, and not your brain. Your brain is more driven by the ego, three-dimensional world, and your brain is very good at figuring things out or, making things happen in the physical world. But we forget so often that the physical world is what we live in physically, but we are surrounded by all the other dimensions that we either don't pay attention to, don't see, or maybe don't acknowledge. And so your spirit team here is asking you to set yourself free from pain, suffering. And again, we're going to talk about, hopefully we're going to get some information on how to set yourself free. But the foundation of this reading is that you need to set yourself free and have this type of understanding for yourself, for that person, that is going to help you forgive and let go. Some of you, I'm felt like in this three-dimensional world, like you just kind of grew apart. And some of you, I feel like you were deeply hurt. And it could be both. Deeply hurt by you not receiving what it is that you needed to receive out of the relationship. You not feeling either good enough, or there was something lacking, and it was almost as if you either consciously or subconsciously felt that this person was supposed to give that to you. But the lesson within this relationship was for you to gain your independence, was for you to understand that no one can give you what you need to create inside. The foundation of self-sustainability, the foundation of individuality. And why I find this Anakara card so amazing is that this card specifically talks about true love and soulmates. It's showing up here tells me that this past relationship was putting you in a position to be able to gain all of these beautiful lessons to help you create the proper foundation in order for you to welcome in this deep soul connection. And this card does talk about twin flame situation. Whether you subscribe to that or not, the point of this card is a deep, deep soul connection. I wholeheartedly believe that had you not gone through this deeply painful breakup, separation, even divorce, because what this feels like is something that was long-term. You worked at this relationship. You were constantly trying to put effort into it. And you did see new growth, and you did see new beginnings, but it was always shadowed by what you thought you deserved out of the relationship and what you did not get. So what I'd encourage you to do is perhaps journal and see all of the things that you felt that this relationship was lacking. And those things that you felt you didn't get, or it was lacking, or you felt you deserved, those are the main themes of what you need to work on in order to heal this heartache, to move into this beautiful new soul connection relationship. It's so big and profound. And for some of you, don't expect to hop into the next relationship and find this deep connection if you feel that you haven't healed these parts of yourself. Then it feels like there's going to be another person coming in to show you maybe what you didn't see before, or perhaps showing you that you haven't healed enough. And I hate saying that, to be completely honest. I hate saying that you haven't healed enough, because speaking from personal experience, I've healed a lot. I've healed a lot. And yet I still find myself dealing with pain from the past. And so, of course, you do not need to be perfect, but this person that's coming in needs you to be at a certain place in order for it to work. So I do feel like whoever this person is, they are on their own spiritual journey, and they are working on themselves as well in their own way. And so to let that go and sit at the back burner and not try to do manifestation techniques or visualize or continue trying to search, but focus on yourself, focus on your inner warrior. And this is woman, but if you identify as a man, it's still the same thing. This warrior person is going to bring clarity, is going to bring the information that you need to continue to grow and to become that person that is going to take in this soul connection and really give it the understanding, the love, the dedication that it needs to have in order for it to thrive. So it's time for you to cut cords. Do whatever you need to do to detach from your previous relationship that created this heartache. Perhaps you haven't let this person go yet, but you know that you need to. Go at your own pace, but know that this is your sign to move forward and to make the choice that's best for you. I have to say that if you are in a situation where you both, perhaps you are still married and you have assets or you have children, all those kinds of things, if you're in that deep in the relationship that we're talking about, please trust that Spirit will open doors when ready, and that you will continue walking through these doors of new opportunity, new ways of seeing things, new experiences, to create more space and distance between this person that you need to cut cords with. While you do this, it is so important that you have understanding for what this person has taught you through the pain that you carry, what understanding of your own choices and actions, not being upset of wasting your time, or what was it all for? Because that's kind of like moving backwards. That's moving in a backwards direction of holding on to the hurt and the pain. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to take action. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to understand, take the leap of faith. Know that you will be held, you will be guided. Know that you have someone that is preparing themselves for this deep, deep connection that is going to create harmony and fulfillment in your life. I'm trying to connect with it, but there's something about it being a Peruvian bell. So the Peruvian bell here is interesting because I got this bell from shamans that came here where I live. They came from Peru. And when they were here working, they did a lot of energetic clearing and healing. So perhaps you're feeling called to go to a practitioner, a shaman of some sort, and really dive deep into clearing out any kind of cords and attachments. And perhaps this relationship is something that carried over from a past life. And so perhaps you have wounds from a past life that carried into this lifetime. And so you have a lot of energetic ties that are kind of keeping you weighed down. But I will tell you this, that as you start to embrace the message today and you start taking one step at a time, you write down everything, like they said earlier, about, we'll just call it what you've learned, right? So what they were unable to give you and what you felt you deserved, write those down. Do some meditating around it. Do some walking meditation would be a great idea, where you just have one of those hurts and you just start walking and you keep it in your mind, and also ask your spirit team to give you guidance. And like we talked about earlier with the crow, there's going to be synchronicities that are going to help you understand that you are on the right track. For some of you, you are already very in tuned with your intuition. So please utilize that the best that you can, but know that this is a process and that it's not going to happen overnight, but it is going to happen if you allow it to. And once you do, you will be set free and you will understand how strong and powerful of a person you are and how you've been giving your power away. So we're going to go ahead and roll the dice. So Capricorn is Saturn ruled. So it is about structure and it is about doing your work and continuing to put in the effort. It's a slow burn, but just know that that helps you lay a more stable foundation. Capricorns also work extremely hard and they're very dedicated to their work. Sixth house represents work and health. And so Capricorn is asking you to dedicate a lot of your time to your own physical health, your own mental health. Although this isn't in the 12th house, still mental health is very important. There's so much here about your 3D physical world. So where have you been kind of abandoning yourself? Have you been abandoning yourself with your physical health, dedicating yourself to your work, your craft, whatever it is that creates stability, financial stability, independence, and really props you up to feel that warrior within you, knowing that you're so strong and so capable of creating what it is that you want. So putting time and effort in building up slowly but surely to this, again, this warrior woman. And with the moon, it's so crazy because the moon is in the dark, right? And there's a lot we can't see in the dark. And so there's a lot of mystery surrounding that. So as you work towards your health, your home, your physical world, as you work towards that, a lot is going to get illuminated and you're going to be able to see things from a more clearer perspective, and you're going to have a lot of aha moments, And it's important for you in those times of those aha moments to not blame yourself, to be again understanding. Be understanding with yourself and know that was you, but that is no longer you, or that is no longer who you want to be. And forgive yourself and continue to move forward. And I feel like some of you might feel stuck when you have these like aha moments that are kind of tower moments, or they just kind of shake your world or your foundation. I feel like you grounding yourself, doing your practices, it's a real good time to focus on your spiritual work, your connection to your spirit team, so that you can kind of move through it and not get stuck, not get off of this moving train and plant yourself in this place that, and I'm just talking from personal experience, that could drown you for months and you not even realize that you were stuck or stalled for so long. So really be careful with that. But pile number 1, I send you so much love and gratitude. I hope that you received the information that you needed to receive. If you felt called to another pile, please go ahead and select that one. Let me know how you felt about this reading, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, if you're not gone yet. That's so funny and crazy to me that I went to say bye and I flicked this dice here. It landed on the floor and it landed in Leo. And Leo is in the 5th house of pleasure. And so really dedicate more of your time to what you love, what brings you joy, what pleases you. And really stand in that power. Leo is such a bold and confident sign. And so Spirit is really encouraging you to be bold, be brave, and be who you truly know you are inside and out. Okay, so I think that's it now. So thank you so much for being here, and I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Bye. Hey, pile number 2. So you chose this Tibetan bell, and your card says the unknown. So as I was shuffling your cards, there were a lot of new beginnings here for you. I'm not going to say whether or not this was due to an old relationship or family situations that you had gone through, or just experiences, because I feel like this pile is going to be interesting. Let's dive into it. I have not seen these cards, but I did pre-shuffle. Okay, so we're starting out with the Lovers, 4 of Cups, 9 of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. We have I live my life because I dare. Interesting. We have the Warrior Woman. If you felt called to pile number 1, that might have a message in there for you. We have Soul Family, Release. See, here it is. We have beginnings here, and we have so many bottom of the deck, new energy. So we do have 3 of these cards. I did not draw 3 of them before, so we're going to see how we can make them fit. But 3 really wanted to come out. Okay, let me rearrange these cards and we'll be right back. Okay, so pile number 2. This is so interesting because I feel like, even though we have the Lovers card here, And we have the soul family. So we have the 2 and the 2. It feels like this heart healing has to do with you stepping into who you truly are. And I get that from the Sanchi card here. We have the Sporun and the Croft. The Sporun talks about keeping your money in order to save up in case something happens, or in case you want to use it for something big, right? So it's like it's not hoarding money, but it's saving it responsibly. And then you have the Croft, which is a home. It does talk about things could start happening in your home, like your water heater, or something might break, or something along those lines. But what I'm getting here, if the Sanchi wasn't here, then I would get that you need to save your money because something's going to happen to your home. But what I'm getting here is, and I'm going to read the Sanchi to you, but with these 3 cards together, it's talking about you speaking your truth and becoming who it is that you are. Sing your song. Don't sing anyone else's song. And that is going to build your wealth. And that is going to help you move into not only your dream home, but this place that you can finally call home. Which makes me think that you are in between homes, or you've been in a home that you didn't feel was yours. Perhaps you're going through a separation, and now the home that you've built together is no longer both of yours. There's something about coming into this space where you can call your home. And this even could be metaphorical, because the Lover's card here can talk about finding a soul, a romantic connection, but it could also talk about you finding the other parts of you that were missing all along, creating this wholeness within you. Now, this isn't not talking about you being able to get into a healthy relationship or anything. The point of this reading here in pile number 2 is to tell you that a relationship, if you are looking for one, is only going to add to your success. It is not going to fill a void within your life. So with that being said, I'm going to read the Sanchi for you. And it's not very long, but it's important for you to listen to it. So number 47 Sanchi, honesty, respect, and communication. Okay, sorry, I had to wait for the plane to fly overhead. So honesty, respect, communication. The bardic storyteller, the Sanchi, was a much loved and revered figure in the clan structure. People hung on his every word, and he was regarded as something of a mystic. When the Sanchi card turns up in a reading, you are being reminded to speak your truth. Others may not agree with you, or they might have a different perspective. But if you always speak your truth, then you will gain the respect of those around you. Learn to speak your mind with kindness and respect for others. Remember that everyone experiences life differently, and no 2 perspectives are exactly the same. We each have our own story to tell. Also consider the stories that you tell yourself too. Is your inner dialogue serving you or sabotaging you? Sometimes we can be our own worst enemy. So be aware of how you talk to yourself. Be honest and communicate your needs clearly. Don't expect others to guess what you want. Use your voice and speak up. In order to help heal your heart, you need to speak from your truth. You need to not allow other people to overshadow you. There's this nightmare and the Nine of Swords. And typically the Nine of Swords, that has swords in it. But in this depiction of it, there's eyeballs all over her. And so she feels judged. She feels suppressed. And she's losing sleep over the fact that she's concerned about what others are saying about her, what others think of her. And the Knight of Swords here, just, she's gliding on a feather, and she doesn't care. She is just who she is, and she sometimes, yes, could be a little reckless, but she's free, and she's young. She's the knight. She's not the page, but she's the knight, right? So she's going after what she wants. And she's flying into the unknown. And so what your spirit guides, your spirit team, is trying to tell you is never mind, and I know this is easier said than done, and maybe we can get some clarity on that. But the messages that I'm hearing right now is never mind what other people say. Again, the Santry talks about other people's perspectives, and that's their opinion. But if you spoke from your truth, then they have no other option but to just hear you. And yes, they can still judge you in that moment. They can still come from their perspective and say, no, you're wrong. But if you stand in your truth, you stand in your power, it doesn't matter. And I think this is interesting because when I did a lot of readings in the past, it was so crazy how there were so many readings that I had done that made the person standing or sitting in front of me say, I don't think so. I don't know. That doesn't, I don't know about that. Because they were coming from the perspective of where they were. Now give them a little bit of time and I would hear back from them and they would say, oh my gosh, you were right. Or, it's this change in perspective. It's this live and learn type of situation, right? We're not always going to be the same person every day that we wake up. We hopefully will continue to, as we age, we continue to grow in all these other ways of our being, right? I hope that I just made sense, because I made sense to myself. So, so there you go. There's me speaking my truth. Okay, so yeah, as you speak your truth, as you stand in your power, as you embrace your warrior woman, it says, have you answered your deepest calling? So pile number 2, you have a lot to say. You have a lot to do. And in order to heal your heart, you need to start doing it. You need to start putting one foot in front of the other and just do it. And as these comments come in, as these other perspectives come in, and you feel slighted or judged or whatever it is, take a second and ask yourself, is that mine to hold? Is that mine to carry? And as you continue, again, putting one foot in front of the other, you will decide in that moment, that is not for me to carry. That is not my responsibility. Where you are is not my responsibility. I am here being me, however that is. And if you don't accept me, then I'm sorry. Now, believe me, I know it's easier said than done. But Spirit is talking about chipping away, continuing to take one step forward, and continuing to move. And you will come into these new beginnings. You will align with your soul family. You will connect with these people that resonate with you, that connect with you on a deep soul level. You will find your audience if you are trying to become some sort of teacher or mentor or guide, whatever you're trying to do, you will find your audience. You will find who it is that connects with you. And so continue to believe in that. Continue to, that's a different perspective now. The Sporan, yes, talks about money, but also it's holding what you're saving. So it's almost like continue to put in this bag that you hold close to you these moments of saying, that is not mine. That is not for me to carry. And it's like that power, holding that power within you, and continue to collect those moments of empowerment. And it will build into this amazing foundation, this amazing structure that cannot be knocked down very easily. And as you grow, you will continue to have new beginnings. You will continue to step into these unknowns. Like I said, you have so many new beginning under the deck energy. You know, we have the Three of Cups, which is celebration with friends. We have the Great Glen, where it's a beautiful journey to this amazing place where you can rest and be thankful and know that you've taken this hard journey, but it's going to take you to this amazing, amazing place that feels good. We have number 44, blessings. I don't know if you have been seeing the number 44 or 444. I'm going to bring one more out, and it's the creation, the beaver moon. So create this new beginning, create what it is that you want, and never mind those people that are trying to keep you down. And never mind, try to never mind your conscious mind or your subconscious mind that wants to keep you safe, that wants to keep you stuck, that wants to keep you held down, because it's safer there, because we know what to expect. Your mind knows what to expect. And it doesn't feel comfortable walking into new situations or new scenarios every day when you first start out on the path of new beginnings. So continue to try and give yourself the compassion and the love that you need. Work on putting one foot forward and walk your path to your Great Glen, and know that this is a journey of stepping into your power and wish fulfillment. And this will help heal your heart, because you don't know how beautiful you are. You don't know how much passion and joy and creativity and how much healing that you can give to others by standing in your power and speaking your truth. I love it. Okay, so we're going to roll the die here. Keep wanting to say dice, die, I don't know. Okay, so amazing. We have the 7th house with Taurus and the North Node. Taurus is ruled by Venus. The 7th house is ruled by Libra, and it's also ruled by Venus. And the North Node is the direction in which you want to head into. This Venusian energy is really where you are being asked to move towards beauty, love, expansion. The 7th house is all about partnerships as well. So recognize the beauty within, recognize the beauty in your world. Try to integrate that, try to recognize that as much as you can over time. You're going to start to see more beauty. You're going to be able to experience more beauty. And that is going to take you into this place of fulfillment. Because it seems like, again, all this Venusian energy coming alongside the North Node here, this is your destiny. This is your direction, to recognize your beauty, to recognize who it is that you are. Embrace the beauty around you, embrace the beauty within you, and that is going to bring in the wealth that you deserve. It's going to bring in the partnerships that you deserve. And you're headed in this direction because this is the direction that your soul was always meant to head in. This is the direction that is your wish fulfillment, and it's yours. Again, one foot in front of the other, and pray. If you do pray, do your meditations, get closer and connected with your intuition. Please don't try to just jump in to all of this, but know that as you start moving forward, again, doors are going to start opening. You're going to start seeing the answers. You're going to start to understand what direction to move into. And it's best if you stay present, because this is your destiny. This is where you're supposed to go. So if you allow yourself to flow into this space, take action every day, but also let go of expectation, you're going to move more naturally into this place that you are already meant to head into. Okay? And have that beautiful home that you want. Find that place that you call home. Okay? Because you deserve that. All right, pile number 2. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And if you'd like to let me know what you thought down in the comments, I'd love to hear about it. But if not, that is fine too. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number 3. So you chose this Chinese bell, and you chose abundance. That's so beautiful. So that makes me think that as you hear the messages that you need to hear and you start healing your heart, that's going to bring in abundance of all kinds, whether it be financial, romantic, an abundance of freedom. Freedom is really what I'm getting here. So let's dive into your cards. So we have the 5 of Wands, we have the 10 of Cups, 2 of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, we have change, deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Get grounded, empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. We have openness. Find out who you are and do it on purpose, Dolly Parton. I'm going to rearrange these a little bit here. As soon as I lay them down. Okay. So you have the Sagian Dub. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Okay, and you have the Druid. All right, give me a second. I'm gonna rearrange and I'll be right back. Okay, so pile number 3. So as I was shuffling your cards, these 2, well, actually now that I'm seeing them, we have the 8 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, and the High Priestess. And then we also have the 10 of Swords. There's just a lot of under the deck energy. And with the Sagian Dub, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, this message is really clear. that you either knowingly or unknowingly are sabotaging yourself, and that you are holding yourself back. I know that that might be a tough pill to swallow, but if you are watching this reading and you've picked this pile and what I'm saying resonates but it hurts, please stick around and let's really dive deep into understanding why you're doing this. And as we shed light on the situation, it can't hide from you anymore. And I think that's a big message in this reading. You know how, like, when you move around furniture, or like in my house, for example, I have animals, and my bedroom door is always open because my room leads out to the backyard, and it's always the path for the animals to get out and so on. And so when I do close my door, I see that there's a lot of like dust bunnies or pet hair kind of in the crack of the door. But I don't see that very often because, again, my door stays open. And so as I close my door, I'm able to see it, and then I have to clean it because now I see it and I know it's there. I have to take care of it. And so using this reading as a way to move some stuff around in your conscious mind and your subconscious mind and your daily actions towards yourself, you're going to be able to see the things that you have been avoiding or that you were not able to see because perhaps something was in the way. And this heartache or this pain within your heart space might have been the thing that stops you from being able to see what you're doing to sabotage your own path. And however you got this heartache, however you got into the situation, it's now, whether it was your fault or not, and I hate to say faults, because it's experience and it's just what happens. It's up to you to heal it. It's not up to anyone else. People can help you heal it by therapy, exposing these hidden things or whatnot. So if you feel like you need to go to therapy, or you feel like you really need to have a deep conversation with a good friend, or you just need to start journal dumping, doing something like that, being proactive and understanding that there are hidden things within your psyche and within your daily actions that are stopping you from moving forward. And again, it's not your fault, because our human brains are so crazy. They're so intelligent, and it's so easy for us to stay stuck in a situation because it felt similar, or you know what to expect. And I went through this in another pile. So if you felt called to another pile, I definitely listened to that. The same thing applies here, is that our psyche is insanely good at keeping us stuck without knowing it. So what I'm seeing here is, as soon as we start to uncover these, we'll call them shadows or secrets or unknowns within ourselves, change is going to inevitably happen. Shifts are going to happen, and it's going to create this, I don't want to say chaos, but it might feel like chaos because it's so unpredictable and it feels like you don't know how to handle every step of the way. But know that as you are making these changes, your spirit team is there to help send you messages. They're there to help send you signs and synchronicities. Maybe you like to see numbers, or you look for feathers, or you look for specific birds. Whatever it is, pull all of your your tools out of your bag to help yourself move through these changes. The druid here talks about connecting with your inner witch, right? So, or inner magician, I want to say. So this deck is called the Celtic Magic. You know what? I'm just going to actually read the druid for you, because I think that it's going to be really super important for you to hear it in the way that they describe it. Okay, so it's number 16, the Druid Magic, Empowerment, Enchantment. The Druid priest was a master magician, casting spells and working rituals and divination for the greater good of his clan. He was a skilled herbalist and healer for his people. In addition, he would act as a confidant and counselor for those who wished to unburden their hearts. With his understanding of the elements and the laws of nature, he could devise new spells with the things he had to hand, and would have been quite adept at improvising. When the Druid card comes up in a spread, he is encouraging you to embrace your own magic and empower yourself with spellcraft. This card is asking you to step into your power and use it for good of yourself and others. There is nothing wrong with casting spells to get ahead or bring about a golden opportunity. You are not taking anything away from anyone else. The world is a place of abundance, and there is enough success to go around. But you do have to stake your claim to your fair share. Use your magic wisely. Feel free to cast for a bright and happy future, for the success of your goals, just as the druid would have done. Magic is a gift. Use it well. I love how the druid is sitting underneath abundance and the King of Pentacles. So the Two of Swords is asking you to make a choice. Make a choice of taking on this, what I want to call an opportunity. This is an opportunity to free yourself from the mundane life that has continued to keep you small, to keep you hidden, to keep your heart in a space where it can't expand. And if you don't believe in spell work, that is totally fine. The point of the druid is to use your own internal magician. You can write a letter and set it on fire and release whatever it is that you need to release. You can take a walk and talk to your guides and just ask them to take whatever it is. Ask your angels to take whatever it is away from you. This doesn't have to be spiritual, and yet you need to understand that you are fully connected to the spirit world, that is your right. It is your right to understand how intuitive you are. It is your right to understand that you are so much more than this three-dimensional body. It is your right to understand that your brain is only one aspect of your infinite possibilities, your ability to be in this world. By recognizing that you are your own worst critic, by recognizing that by telling yourself these things like I'm not good enough or I can't, or whatever it is holding you back from your 10 of Cups. It's holding you back from your abundance. The 5 of Wands is all about conflict. But you can see here that she's playing chess with men. And so she's strategically causing conflict. And so again, I don't think that you're doing this consciously. I think that you've just come from a really hard life, that you've experienced so much, that you found it comfortable to be in this space of organizing your own conflict, of creating this game that is being played that's never ending. So your guides are asking you to get grounded. If you are an empath, a highly sensitive, connect with nature, because we don't want other people's energy in our space that then contributes to our anxiety, that contributes to our overthinking. It says here, retreat, rest, and be held. So know that in silence or in meditation or while you're walking, while you're just open to releasing what no longer serves you. You're open to walking into this King of Pentacles and this abundance. You're open to this openness of exploring what it is that you have held yourself back from. It will start to change. Things will start to change. And again, here's the change, the thunder moon. If you look at her, she's going through a lot. She's going through a lot. But what's interesting is that her legs and her hands are on this egg. And so she's holding on to that new beginning. She's holding on to that newness that comes from an egg, a fertilized egg hatching. It's a beginning. It's a new beginning. It's new life. It's new growth. And that's interesting because there's all these birds around. So when we talked about signs and synchronicities, birds might really play a huge role in it. But also these are seagulls. So if you live by the ocean, take advantage of that. Go put your feet in the water. That's going to help you stay grounded. And that could be a ritual of your own, of allowing the water to come up and touch your feet and imagine what no longer serves you to get sucked back into the ocean. But this deck here has 2 King of Pentacles, and this specific King of Pentacles talks about saving your money. So the thing is that she is saving her money and she is being wise with her money, but that she is getting money, but that she is abundant. So know that as you continue taking these steps forward, abundance, again, in all ways, is going to start to come into your life, and you're going to be able to get through it as long as you stay grounded and as long as you keep focused on your goal. Interesting with the bell here, because this Chinese bell is, and I don't know the technical name for it, but you're supposed to put it on your door. And when the door opens, it rings and it dispels or dissipates any kind of negative energy that's going to come through your door and into your world, which is your home, right? So again, find out who you are and do it on purpose. Your guides are asking you to take the next steps, the initiative, and step into your role, step into your new beginning. And this new beginning is going to unlock your heart like you've never experienced it before. It's going to help you choose from the heart, not just have all these experiences, but actually choose these experiences and feel them from a different place that you have not been able to feel them before. Like, I feel like this pile has gone through a lot of disappointments since childhood. Maybe you've had PTSD from childhood, and I'm so sorry if that has happened to you, but it seems like the energy that I'm picking up from here is heartache that has been over a long period of time. And just know that you can get out of this. you can move forward. It might take you a little bit of time, and you might start stepping into the new as you still are continuing to heal, and that's perfect. That's perfectly fine. As long as your reality starts to shift, you know that you are moving in the right direction. So we're going to do the astrological die here. We have Leo in the 3rd house with Venus. All right. So the 3rd house is all about communication. It is ruled by Gemini. Leo is about pleasure, and Venus also rules the 2nd house of Taurus and the 7th house of partnership. So you're being asked to, well, I just see a couple of things here. It feels like money and partnership is coming out of your healing, okay? I think we've already talked about that, but it's really focusing in on the fact that partnership and money is a huge reward from doing this. But also, you with Leo here, you're shining bright. You are being a bold version of yourself. My daughter is a Leo rising, and she is like, she just lights up when she gets on stage. She's in high school and she's an actress, and she just is so bold and brave and beautiful when she stands. She's bold, brave, and beautiful otherwise, but when she gets on that stage, she's embracing the character that she's playing, and she is truly, authentically her, right? So that's what I get from this Leo here. And the 3rd house about communication, you are going to be able to communicate what it is that you haven't been able to communicate before. You are not going to feel so trapped and locked in this box or staying small. You're going to be able to come out of that and be able to communicate clearly. As your heart starts to heal, you're going to be able to shine brighter, and you're going to be able to attract all of this beauty into your life. So let that be something that pushes you forward, to know that this is a part of your future's reality if you want it to be. Okay? So thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so much, and I wish you nothing but the best of luck on your journey. Please let me know what you thought in the comments below if you would like, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye.